You're going to start from behind.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Sustainable Family Home. My name's Zoe. I work with the Canberra Environment Centre, and today we've got Mia and Xavier. Tell us about what you're doing today, guys. Hi.
Making muesli.
So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, we're going to make muesli this afternoon, homemade muesli. Thank you so much and Xavier's a last minute volunteer. So, and we don't know quite what the recipe looks like.
We do. This is the recipe.
That's a list of ingredients, but it's not how much.
No, you put in everything and then you mix everything up. By the way, can I do any chopping?
Yes, you can. Okay. So, yeah, so what we're going to do today...
the oats. You need a lot of oats in muesli.
Yeah, so I make my muesli by feel rather than like measuring it out. So I thought what we might do today is actually measure out what I normally do by feel, and then we can have a recipe. And I also thought Xavier might get to choose which of the dried fruit goes in and which of the nuts go in. And he can curate his own muesli. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll take notes from this end and write down what you do.
Oh, no, well, that's why I got that piece of paper there.
Got a piece of
paper. Xavier was referring to. He hadn't quite read it all. It just sort of has the different ingredients, but doesn't say how much. So, should we pour in the oats? So these are just
all the oats.
And so what I do is I just pop it all in a big bowl. Yeah. And then, do you want to choose dried fruit?
Banana.
Okay, so the options for dried fruit.
Apricot.
And the options tend to just depend on what I've got. So at the moment, I've got dried pears, dried bananas, and sultanas.
All of them.
Yeah, but sometimes, like depending on the time of year, we dry fruit from the garden. So we'll have dried apples or dried pear or dried apricot from our trees. And it's a lovely way to use fruit from the garden that might not be whole, but you can sort of chop it up and it's beautiful in muesli. Yeah. Okay, so you want to use all of them? So how about...
I'll chop up.
Okay. So chopping is just here. Good job, Xavier.
On the chopping board, because that's what chopping boards are for.
Okay, hang on. All right. So maybe I'll chop up, and we'll measure how much it is before we put in. If we're doing all the fruits, maybe that many to start with. And you want to chop it nice and small. Yep. So while Xavier's doing that, I'll get some measuring stuff. And maybe I will help with the chopping. I might add another chopping spot. Doing a good job there. If you do those, I'll do these here. Yeah? Wow. And do you eat, what time of day do you eat muesli, Zave?
Any time of day.
Yeah. So in our house, muesli is not only breakfast, it is also
lunch and dinner.
Lunch on the weekend and afternoon tea. Not usually dinner.
I have some afternoon tea, and then it ends up being my dinner.
Yeah, true. Sometimes you have muesli at 5:30. So muesli is super popular in our house. Yeah. Okay. So we've got... Let's see. Just trying to see how much we're going to chop up. Can I do the last of the chopping to make sure it's nice and fine? So having it nice and fine is really important so that it's not too chunky and you get that sweetness spread out. Can I chop them finely? And you can do you want to start on the dried bananas?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't need chopping, but these are the dried bananas, yeah?
Bananas.
Go bananas.
Oh, seriously.
Go bananas?
Yes.
What? All right, I think that's probably enough. And I think you want to chop them really finely.
I know.
Just really finely like that. No, that's your knife. Yeah. All right. Delicious. All right.
This is what I usually find in muesli. Just like,
You usually find
this is what it is.
in our muesli at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. But lately we've had, because we got plums from the market on the weekend, so our latest like dried plums, the muesli before this one had plums in it. So we just change what's in our muesli depending on what we can get. So if I put that in there, that's just over half a cup there of the dried pear. And you do the first chop and I'll do the second chop with these because they are pretty chunky. Oh,
This
good
is
job.
what I find in the muesli, Mum.
Yeah. Oh, I think I sometimes try and chop it a little bit, slightly more. I reckon they're pretty big chunks. Yeah. All right. So do you want to pop? Hang on. Why don't you put my ones? I'll put yours on here, and I'll put mine in there. Yeah. Oh, you put them in there. There. Because you're going to try and measure how much dried fruit we've got.
I think we'll go 2 cups.
2 cups? Well, that's what's it up to now on the measure? What does it say on the side?
It's.
Is that 1 cup?
It's about the 8.
Yeah.
It's the 1.8.
Yeah, so it's about 1 cup on that measure. So we've got about 1 cup.
No. Then this should fit into 2 half cups.
That's right. Have you been doing maths lately?
I'm just good at maths.
Sure are. All right. Now that's a half cup, but that's a third of a cup.
Really?
Yeah.
It says 1/4.
Oh, a quarter of a cup, sorry.
So 2
2 quarter cups. Look at this. We're going to see if we can make it all add up to a cup with a half cup and 2 quarter cups. Oh, look at that. Maths and...
No, just a bit more.
So I've got dried fruit. I've got 1 cup. Yeah.
What? Only 1 cup? We're doing more.
Well, no, I think that's probably enough. And then we put some sultanas in. So let's...
Oh, sultanas are different to dried fruit?
Yeah, so just going to pour them in there. Do you want to pour this in? Pour it in. All right, lovely job. And we kind of get us... Did you just get caught on camera stealing that? That was...
No, I didn't steal.
All right. How about I offer you this? If you don't have any more, I'll give you a bit at the end. Okay. All right. Let's do that. So then I want to ask you, do you want slivered almonds, coconut chips?
Coconut.
Okay. So let's put some coconut in. Let's say a cup. Let's see. Oh, 1.5 cups looks like. Okay, 1.5 cups. Let's see what that looks like. Pour it on. Oh, a bit more for 1.5 cups. Okay. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Okay, pop it in. Yeah. Yeah, 1.5 cups. All right. I'll write that down. 1.5 cups. And then do you want some sunflower seeds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a cup of these. Let's see how much. It's about a cup. Yeah. And maybe the same in, do you mind pepitas? Pumpkin seeds?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I like them. I like pumpkin seeds. I think they add a really nice colour to your muesli. Yeah. And actually, these are not Australian pepitas, but I have to say I've developed a real liking for the Australian pumpkin seeds. These are the Chinese ones. They're not. I think that maybe.
What about coronavirus?
I don't think so. Does coronavirus get transferred by coughing and sneezing or by pumpkin seeds?
They can get transferred by pumpkin seeds. So long as it's a super quick delivery.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon it's been way too long. So do you want some slithered almonds or flaked almonds?
Flaked.
Okay, these ones here? Okay. All right. And put this in.
How long has this been going on?
So I might do 1.5 cups.
Let me get.
How long's what?
How long has this been going on for?
As in the muesli making or the webinar?
The webinar.
About 10 minutes.
No, 12 minutes. And 40 seconds.
Yeah, well, that's how long we've been talking to Zoe, but we probably came on a couple of minutes before the webinar started. All right. Now, look at that lovely muesli, Xavier. Good job. Now, do you still want to pop some, maybe half a cup of sultanas in? Would that be okay? Yeah? Okay. You want to use that one? Okay. And then I reckon we're just about there. Oh, is that half a cup? Or more? A bit too much. That's all right. Stick it in. I'll just have to write that down. No, flaked almonds 1.5. Right. And then we had half cup sultanas. Right. Banana. Yeah. All right. And then we give it a really good mix, which is pretty cool. You're doing a really great job there, Xavier.
Cheese. Pretty cool.
Yeah. And then you've got some really delicious homemade muesli. And you can change it every time, depending on how you feel. What's our other secret ingredient in the wintertime? Sometimes we add some cinnamon or cloves. We just sprinkle it through to give it a sort of really rich, wintry feel. And sometimes I even give muesli to friends as a gift. Like I put it in a nice jar.
That's jam.
I give jam to friends, but I also sometimes give them muesli if they're in a really healthy phase. Yeah, I'll give them muesli that I've made at home. Yeah. So I think that's about all from us. I think we can write down the recipe from that. Thank you so much for helping us to make the recipe. That was fun. And yeah, I was just wondering if there's any questions.
Any questions from either of our fans watching? No. I'm a fan of muesli.
Yeah. So am I. So am I. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for coming along. It's so lovely to see you live. And yeah, I think that's about all from us
That's
today.
about it. So we'll just say goodbye.
See people live.